guys, welcome back to another episode of the Web3 Quick Bites, the show where we jam to the latest beats in the decentralized world and chat with some brilliant minds in the industry. Happy New Year to all my wonderful listeners and followers. I'm your host, Olabisi, and to kick off the new year, we need to talk about something uncomfortable. I know this can sound out of the ordinary because it's a new year and we're not supposed to be talking about uncomfortable things, but this is a topic that we need to talk about because if you are still marketing your Web3 project like it's 2021, I have bad news for you. Yes, I am not a bearer of bad news, but if that is what you're still doing in 2026, I have bad news for you. And the bad news is that that playbook is dead. Let me take you back for a second in 2021. So 5 years ago, Web3 marketing was easy. It was. So yeah, is the strategy. You launch a token, you pay five influencers to shield it on Twitter, maybe throw in a Discord or Telegram giveaway, and boom, green chats, vibes, everyone is a community. Whew, that era is over. Because I've been looking closely at the data from the last two quarters, and there's a pattern no one is talking about loudly enough. The volume is up, but retention is zero. We see protocols, or we have protocols that are spending $50,000 on campaigns to acquire users who stay for exactly 12 minutes. 12 minutes. Just long enough for them to claim points, farm your rewards, and disappear forever. See, that is not growth. That is renting attention. You see, the pivots and what some founders are actually doing differently after they've also done the same research that I did, and then you realize that okay, things have changed in the industry. This is what people are doing. This is what people are doing. This is what we need to do differently. This is what these founders, what they are doing differently. Well, smart founders, emphasis on smart founders. This is what they are doing differently. This is actually how it gets really interesting because the top 1% of founders that I speak with, they are not hiring hype men anymore. What they are hiring, they are hiring story architects. People who can answer one brutal question. What should a non-technical user care about in 10 seconds or less? Or why should a non-technical user care about this? Care about a project, care about a product, care about a protocol in 10 seconds or less? Because if you really want to answer this question truthfully, and here is the truth, is that if you cannot explain why your tech matters without a white paper, you don't have a product. I'm sorry to tell you, you don't have a product. What you have is a science project. Yes. And no amount, I repeat, no amount of influencer marketing can save that. Let's move on to why this matters. So we're looking at the insight in this. And one thing you should know is that 2021 to 2026, it's a lot of time. Yes, it's 5 years and it's a lot of time. 5 years is a lot of time. And you should know that the users have evolved. They are smarter now. These people have been rugged. They've been farmed. They've seen every buzzword imaginable. What buzzword do you want to tell us in Web3 that we've not heard, except maybe someone that is just transitioning to the Web3 space? But for us that have been in this space for a while, what do you want to tell us that we don't know? So these people, or we are not asking you, is this decentralized? The question we're asking you is, does this actually improve my life? How is it going to help my life better? What is it going to help me do? What is it going to help me achieve? Why do I need to sign up for this? These are the questions that we're asking. And do you know what answers these questions? It's storytelling. Because storytelling is the bridge between complex tech and human value. It is not hype. Nope. It is not vanity metrics. Nope, and neither is it impressions. It is understanding. When you understand the users, or but most importantly, when you understand why you built your project or who you built it for and what you are building it for, your storytelling is actually going to be really easy. And that is what you need to bridge between your complex decentralized tech and the human value. So everything all boils down to understanding. Because if there's a mismatch somewhere and you're not getting the hang of it and you're not understanding, I'm sorry to tell you, no amount of influencer marketing is going to help you because it's dead on arrival. So this is 2026, and here is my prediction. Looking at it, I like to predict certain things about the industry. I might be wrong, I might be right, but here is my prediction. 2026, it's not going to be about how many people see you. It's going to be about how many people understand you. Because the winners of this year, the winners of this season, won't be the loudest project. They will be the clearest ones, the ones that make users say, "Oh, now I get it. Oh, now I understand it. Oh, oh, now I have a grasp of what you're trying to do, of what you're trying to solve, of what you're trying to build." Those are going to be the winners of this year. These are going to be the winners of this season. And so, guys, if you are currently listening to this and this episode hit home for you and it resonates with you and you find it relatable, I want you to sit with it, listen to this episode over and over and over again, audit your messaging, ask yourself, are we chasing attention or building belief? I repeat that again. Are we chasing attention or are we building belief? And so, if this episode, like I said, if this episode resonated with you, you can listen to my previous episodes where I talk about marketing tips and tricks, tactics. You can also check me out on YouTube, and I also have a Substack newsletter where I've written two articles now where I do case study breakdowns of Web3 projects. I have a lot of Web3 projects to get through, but I've done on Fakasta and Kato AI. So I will be linking the newsletter in the show notes or episode description so you can check it out. Also watch my YouTube and then listen to previous episodes of the Web3 Quick Bites. I'm sure and I'm confident that you will find value in my content. Oh, by the way, I also have a TikTok, so you can also check that out too. Don't worry, I will link everything in the episode description so you can check me out across all socials. And if you're a professional person, I'm also on LinkedIn. Anywhere you find me on my socials, I'm always dropping value because Web3 marketing needs to change and we actually need to stop using tactics from years ago that doesn't apply anymore in the new year. This has been Web3 Quick Bites, guys. Short insight, real conversations, no fluff. And you know what? I'll see you in the next episode next week. Bye for now.